Varsity match preparations are now in full swing at both Oxford and Cambridge, both with new captains leading the way.
Massive season, I guess, for us, looking to make it 5 in a row. It's going to be a gruelling journey. I'm quite excited about it, actually, yeah.
There is pressure, and I think the more we get close to the varsity match, the boys will start to understand that. But at the moment, you know, it's early doors, new faces. Pressure, you know, it's good, isn't it? Brings the best out of you.
Hugely pressured environment, though I think I'll adjust to in the next few weeks as things even out a bit. If I didn't have pressure, it wouldn't be meaningful. So
we've managed to try and keep a lot of blues this year. You know, you saw with Oxford going into last year's varsity, they had, you know, a huge number of boys who'd experienced the varsity match before. They'd experienced the small run-in, all the traditions, all the little, you know, ins and outs of the season, and that really pays. So, you know, we've managed to keep 4 or 5 really important players, which I'm very encouraged by.
A huge honour to be elected by my fellow players. Bring a group of players together and create more than just a rugby team, but a family of friends and people who care a lot about each other and play for each other. And so the opportunity to try and create that with a new group of people is hugely exciting, and it's the big motivator for me.
Some people say, you know, you prepare for it like every game, and you do to an extent, but it's not like any other game. You know, the intensity of that game is raised 15–20% than any game we'll play before it, and you have to be able to match what they bring.
Very special. I mean, I played at Twickenham a few times before with the Sevens, the IRB Sevens, and it's an epic theatre for rugby. But there was something unique about the varsity match, and it was probably the build-up and the history that surrounded it that really made it feel so much different than previous.
As the closer you get to varsity, the more everything picks up. You know, the more the presence of the ex-Blues are felt. You know, you don't necessarily see them. You know, it's almost you feel. You know, you can feel the movement that, you know, you're getting closer. You know.
Yeah, we have the marker, which is the other place, and that's where we test ourselves.
We have to get a bunch of boys who believe they can win this game.
We want to build a level and a standard within ourselves that's not only tested against our equivalents over the other place, but tested against our own standards.
It's a season based around one game, you know, and that's what it's, and that's the uniqueness of it.
Some of us play professional rugby. I guess the opportunity here is to try and bring younger, less experienced players onto a common ground with older, more experienced players.
If Twickenham's booked, we've got to turn up on the day and we've got to win it.